Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put handles on. Typically you're gonna want to put them somewhere in this empty space, okay, this negative space down here. And these are purely decorative, okay? They're nothing that you're really gonna be like picking it up from. But there are a couple things that you want to keep in mind when making them. So I'm gonna go ahead and use just a piece of clay. I'm gonna do the same thing where I squish in my hand to get it round, roll it, and then put it on the table and roll. Make sure you have enough room. And we're gonna make them about the same size that we did for the coils to start with, where they're about 1/2 inch thick, and then go ahead and like flatten these. And what this does by using something like this is it creates unity between what the top of this looks like and your handle, right? So you have some like consistency between those things, rather than trying to use something that's like really, really skinny, okay? Because sometimes I'll have kids who want to do like little tiny things, and they just are dwarfed compared to like what the pot is, okay? And so I would start with at least this and then just experiment, okay? Trying to fill the space like inside here. You don't want to go so crazy and make something really big, okay, on each side. It's just gonna look, again, the opposite way, like gigantic. We want to do something that's going to kind of fit inside here. So you probably only need half of it. So I could probably get away with making a few out of this. So we could go pretty little and like fill like this section with it. Okay, and that would be nice. Even changing the angle of something, changing where it goes, is going to give you a different like kind of look. There's really no way, in my opinion, to figure this out unless you put it on there and you look at it, okay? On what you think like looks good on a certain shape, because it will be different depending on what your pot looks like. Okay, so we could go and think about it as like a handle this direction, okay, where you're kind of wrapping things up or changing the size of it like this. Okay, let's even look at like something even smaller. Okay, where that's kind of nice. And so, I mean, I would probably be making a whole bunch of these and trying to experiment. You're not even like committed to anything, because you can just like put it there, look at it, and save it and try another one, okay? We could go the other direction. So instead of going this way, sometimes you could do handles and turn them this direction, okay, and make them, let me hold this up once I cut it, where they are thicker in this direction but not this, and then those could also go on here in some like location. Okay, so something to kind of think about on where you would put them and like what you want them to look like. Okay, I wouldn't make them super, super skinny, but it will take you a little bit of time to kind of think about like what shape do I want these to have. Okay, and I can help you with that. Anywhere that you are attaching these, no matter if it's big or little, okay, you need to have these scored and slipped on. Okay, so you would score and slip here, score and slip here, and put those on there. If you wanted to look for even more ideas, you could look, just, you know, Google and Pinterest and all that and look at just different pots and different handle ideas. So you could like make a couple and kind of hold them up and look at them and compare them. Okay, and then just make sure they get scored and slipped on really well. And remember that they have to sit in the bag, or if you score and slip something on here, you can't directly just turn it in. Okay, you've got to let it sit in the bag for a day, have the water like redistribute in the pot so it will all dry evenly. Okay, so that's where we're headed for right now.